Hey, what's up? My name is Clint, and in this video, I am going to show you how you'll be able to set up a webinar funnel within Kajabi if you are using Kajabi platform. And you could delegate or send this video to one of your virtual assistants to follow this, or you could do it yourself if you have the time. But if you are a digital CEO, of course, you want to delegate the task like this to save you your precious time. All right, so in Kajabi, you would have to go to marketing. Under marketing, you have to go to funnels. And what you need, by the way, with this is you have to make sure you have Zoom account. And if you have a lot of expectation that, if you have, of course, a clear expectation and goal that your webinar would go beyond 100 people to join, make sure you get into Zoom's pricing, okay? And you have to make sure that you upgrade to their, because this is one of the mistakes that I actually had. By the way, it's peso here. You could change to US dollar because I'm from Philippines. So you could go to yes, it's you could set it to monthly here, and monthly for business account is $19.99 or $20. Yeah, so one of the mistake that I had when I did my first webinar is that I didn't know that there is a limit of 100 attendees. So I actually exceed 100 attendees on my webinar. So you have to make sure that you upgrade if you expect that your attendees would reach about 300 people. All right, so now let's go ahead and get back to our funnel. So again, make sure you set up, you have the Zoom account, and then you set up the meeting there, and you create your meeting inside Zoom. And after that, you just have to create a funnel. So create a new funnel here. And what you could do is to create a Zoom webinar. You see here, there's already a recipe that Kajabi provided you. So get started, and you could actually have your virtual assistant get through this show me here. So you see there's a bit of instructions there, and you could even get to learn more to actually get through this. So if you want to save time, you want your virtual assistant to go through all this process. So here, I'm going to show you. Let's just get started. So name your webinar here. And the meeting link is basically what you have prepared in your Zoom. So that means in your Zoom, you have to create your meeting. And once you already created that meeting, get the registration link. Not the registration link, but the meeting link. Because you could set a registration in Zoom, but you could also just copy the meeting link directly, because that's what Kajabi will automatically send as a reminder for them to join that link when it's about to start. So the webinar time, you have to set the specific webinar time here. And so like, for example, I'd like it to be about 7 p.m. And there you go. Let's say 7:50 p.m. So I'm just picking specific random date and time here. Okay, so get idea. And then select the offer. So of course, if you have something to offer at the end of your training, you could do that, or your webinar, you could do that, and then there you have it. So what else needed? So I don't have the Zoom link for now, so I will just make that as a number sign, and then we will just replace that later on in the funnel, in the email, or in the event. Okay, so what Kajabi will do for you in here is that it will create you event. It will create you the pages that you just have to edit. So the editing here would take a bit of time, because you need to design the opt-in page or the registration page, because Kajabi will just basically create a normal page. So here you will notice that what Kajabi did is that it created a webinar or opt-in page for you, where people would submit their name and email to register for your webinar. And then you have here, this is the event. Basically, this event created here. Let me show you that exact where you could find that exactly. So you notice here, let me go out. So I open it in a new tab. So you will notice that in under marketing, you also have events here. So if you click that events, you will notice that there will be a event name. Whatever in the name of your webinar, you see that name of your your webinar. That's the name of the event also going to be created. What this event had is that it contains the email reminder. You see, it's set to whatever time that you have set earlier, and then the time of your events. You notice that these are the reminders. So there is what we call email number one, immediate reminder. So that means if they registered automatic, they will receive this email. So that means you actually have to update these emails to let them know. You have to update the subject here. You simply say thank you and congratulations, and so on and so forth. And then later on at 15 minutes reminder, this is where you will insert your Zoom meeting link. So you notice here that the template will actually provide join us here. So this is the number sign that I input earlier. So you have to actually put your Zoom meeting link here. All right. So again, you need to have your virtuals that design your opt-in page. So basically, it's pretty simple opt-in page here. So it needs a bit of time to do the design. And yeah, so after that, you need to this is the page that you are going to share. So you see that. So those are the information. So let me show you an example of what we have created so far. And by the way, these are complete funnel now. So you have the thank you page. So you need to update the thank you page, the design, and it also have the timer, and also you have a replay page. By the way, actually, it doesn't have the replay page, but what I did on our funnel is that I created an extra step here and created the replay page to send them over after the webinar so that they could just get through to that webinar page. And here at the last is, of course, you offer, which is your checkout. And yeah, so that is the offer here. This is the checkout page. So now, what you could, let me show you what I did. So I'm going to give you a real example of one of our clients' funnel. Is here, we have a keto stacking, like for example, webinar. So this is the webinar, and that is the exact step that we did. So the funnel, we set up the Zoom and all those stuff, and then we set up the event. When would be the event? Actually, we have upcoming for August 2nd. And what we did for the webinars, of course, we designed that. So making sure that they will get it's going to abide on best practices for an opt-in page to get a higher conversion rate. So pretty simple opt-in page, registration page, but you have to emphasize that it's a webinar. And then the thank you page here, and then of course it should be tied to the event to send the reminder email. I'm going to show you a little bit the reminder emails. Let me exit this for a bit, and so I could show you the reminders later on. And here we have a simple thank you page. You could make your thank you page more of, like, you could have a video like that. And I also set this timer to redirect after the timer ends to the sales page. And we also have a replay. So after the webinar, we could upload the replay here, and then we could send out a follow-up email for people to have the chance to watch the replay. And also this would have a call to action to actually get them into the offer. So we have different offers, by the way, in this. So we have fast action offer, bonuses for those fast action takers, and we also have plan and then we also have plans. What do you call that? Payment plans. Okay, and then here we also have the sales page designed, and this is where we could send people to if there's if they wanted. But mostly our emails would send them directly to the checkout. This is more likely for people who are a bit of cold audience and um, want to learn more about the program. But for most of who attended the webinar, of course, they would have to go through to uh, go to directly to the checkout page. So as I mentioned, the emails in here for the funnels is, of course, we created different events, and we created events for the webinar for those who register to for people who registered for the webinar. And we actually previously created some of the emails directly using all the other events to send them automatic email on a specific date, but it's too hard to actually calculate because you have to count the number of days, and you have to use um, calculator to really know the exact time when to send a specific email using the event. But instead, we simplify things and we use email campaigns. And what we did is that we just schedule the broadcast and we simplify the email, and we schedule it ahead of time, the emails that going to get sent out. So we have first created email series, and then after the email series, we have them register for the webinar, and then the webinar reminder in the events will take care for the reminder. And then for the promotion, we only have 3 emails to promote the product. So after the launch, then we close. So that's how simple the setup is within this funnel. So hope that makes sense. And again, to simplify things, remember that you could create webinar funnel within Kajabi. So you just have to have your virtual assistant familiarize the process, create the webinar funnel for you, allow them to design your webinar, and spend the time. It's a little bit tricky on designing pages in Kajabi, but that requires a bit of time for your VA. So just make sure you provide them samples, and make sure the virtual assistant that you're hiring can have a developer skills a bit, so they could customize your design your page more compelling if you wanted to. But more importantly, you have to make sure that the most important component should be there in the page, especially the opt-in page for them to register. So you could start make things very simple, as long as you are able to communicate the most important things that your target audience must need to know about that specific webinar of yours. So I think that's all for this video. I do hope this helps, and if you need some virtual assistant help, we could help you with that if you want. So you could just book a free discovery call with us and help us. Let us know if we could. That would help us know each other, and let us know if we could be of help to your business. Thank you so much, and have a great and wonderful day.